Hello students. Now we are doing in this lecture new concept and method is of Spearman's rank correlation method, and here illustration number 20 is taken. Now in illustration number 20 there is clearly given in the question, find correlation coefficient by Spearman's method. Or even if that is not given and if appropriate method used to find correlation coefficient, that word is given, then you can directly assume we have to use Spearman's rank correlation method. Now which is the base? On which base you can assume rank correlation method is used? Now try to understand. Here number of students are given. Now students 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 8. So number of students 8 given to you. Now student is a brilliant or not, that cannot be measured. How clever student is, that cannot be measured. How we are measuring it? It is measured only by their marks. If we know marks of that student, then we can say yes, he is a brilliant student or she is a brilliant student. Otherwise we cannot measure how brilliant student is. And that's why here for 8 students, statistics subjects marks of 8 students as well as accountancy marks given. Now first student, name is not given, but first student's marks in statistics 78 and in accountancy 84. Same way here for second student, statistics marks 36, accountancy marks 51. By comparing these two marks, we can say second student is very weak in statistics but medium in accountancy. Same way third student's marks given. Here we can compare 98 marks in statistics, 91 marks in accountancy. So third student is very clever in 98 in statistics because he got 98 marks. Same way 91 marks, so somewhat difficult for accountancy. In this way marks are given. Now whenever marks are given, then we need to give them the rank. Give first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank. What rank we need to give? So highest marks, first rank. Then second rank, lowest mark. Again lowest, lowest, lowest. In that way we are giving the rank to the students. And that's why rank correlation we are doing here. If we are given use Karl Pearson method, then you can. But generally whenever quality measurement is there, that we have already learned in the past lectures, only and only variable measurements are done. And Karl Pearson has find relation between two variables. And Spearman gives method for attributes also. Attributes means quality. Here we are measuring the quality. And that's why rank correlation we are using here. Now, what is the formula of rank correlation? First of all, we are understanding the formula also. So Spearman's rank correlation formula is R is equal to 1 minus six sigma d square plus CF upon n square minus 1. In some cases, we are not writing CF, and in some cases, we are writing CF. But as per Kamal sir, in all the situation of sum, as per Kamal sir, write formula with CF. Then sum becomes the easy. Don't worry, CF is written or not. But in each and every sum of rank correlation, as per Kamal sir's method, write CF. If there is no value of CF, then write 0. Don't worry about it. Why we are changing the formula? Use only one formula. 1 minus 6 bracket sigma d square minus plus CF upon n square minus 1. Simple. So first of all, remember this formula. Now, what is the meaning of CF? That we are discussing later. But now, what we are discussing first? Sir, n means that you all of you know number of observations. Here number of students given. So 8 number of students are given. So n is equal to 8. So we know value of n. N means what? 8. So 8 square minus 1. So we have a denominator 1. We know 6. We know only one thing is missing. We are discussing CF later. But main thing, without which sum is not possible, that is d square. Now what is the meaning of d? Sir, d means difference. D means what? Difference. Now difference of what, sir? Difference of what? So here, what is the name of method? Spearman rank correlation method. Now rank correlation, rank. So here difference of ranks is taken. Difference of what? Difference of ranks. Here 2 subjects marks are given. We are giving rank as per the marks. Suppose these 8 students are there and their marks in statistics given. In statistics, who is the first, who is second, who is third, that rank we are giving first. Then after in accountancy also, these 8 students are getting these marks. They have got these marks. And on this marks basis, we are giving them rank. Who is the first? Who is second? Who is third? Because name of method is rank correlation method. So first of all, we need to give the rank. Then after, difference of rank, which we need here. And not only difference, we need here square of difference. So first of all, we are starting with this sum. Don't worry, this is the easiest sum in this chapter. Don't worry. Now we are starting the sum. To find difference, we need ranks. Here ranks are not given. Sometimes in your questions, ranks are already given to you. Directly you need to find difference only. But I have selected here that type of sum in which ranks are not given. First of all, give ranks, then find the difference, so that whole sum you can understand easily. And generally this type of sum is asked in the examination for 3 marks only. Only for 3 marks. But 3 mark is also important one. So see here, first of all, I am giving ranks to students on the basis of statistics marks. Statistics is assumed as X. So first of all, I am writing here rank of statistics, means rank of X. Here we are giving rank to statistics on the basis of statistics. So rank of X. Now see all the marks. See all the marks. highest marks. Students who get highest marks is got first rank in statistics. So write rank of first rank of student. So your 98 marks is the highest marks. You can see here. See all the marks. 98 marks is the highest marks. So give first rank to this third number student. So its rank is first rank, rank of X, first rank given to 98 marks. Now who is the second rank? Who is getting second rank? So 98. Sir, anybody who is getting 99 marks? Yes, sir. 7th student getting 90 marks. But its rank is second rank. So 90 marks means second rank. Now in 90s line, nobody is there. 90, 98. Only 2 students are there who getting 90 or more marks. Now check 80s line. Now 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Sir, 6th student. Only 1 student is there. 82. So its rank is third rank. So first rank completed, second rank completed. So now 6th student getting 82 marks, its rank is third rank. Now talking about the fourth rank. Now see, in 80s line nobody is there. Now check 70s line. Now here 7. Sir, 7. 2 students are getting 70s marks. So here 78, here 75. So who is the first from these two? 78. And that's why its rank is fourth rank. And this 75 marks student get fifth rank. In this way we are giving first rank. Then after calculating the sum, because name of the method is what? Rank correlation method. Because in quality situations we are giving ranks only. We can give ranks only. So 70 line completed. Now 60 line, check 60. So last student, 8th number student. 62 marks is there. So 5 ranks are already given. 62. This last student get 6th rank. Now sir, there is only 2 remaining. 36 and 25. Other students are already given the rank. Now from these two, sir, 36 is highest. So then after give 7th rank. 7th rank to second student, and 8th rank given to 4th student. Now in this way, first of all, give rank. Here no student is there whose marks are equal. All students getting different marks. So rank calculation is very easy for this particular sum. And whenever different marks are there, then CF becomes 0. Here CF value is 0. Up to this level CF is 0. We cannot write value of CF. So sir, what is CF? Whenever marks of the student repeating, or 2 or more students getting same marks, then CF arises. And that we will discuss later in the next lecture, not in this lecture. So please try to understand here. Now we are giving ranks to accountancy. students are same, but in accountancy, who is getting first marks? In your class also, many students are there, and some student is brilliant in accountancy, some student brilliant in statistics, some students are very clever in English also. So different students are clever in different subjects. That is possible, and that's why here for accountancy, who is getting first rank? So again check it. We are giving rank to students on the basis of accountancy marks. So in accountancy, sir, only one student is there who is getting 91 marks. Otherwise, all are getting less than 90 marks. So this 91 marks, student rank is first rank. So first rank. So third student, see here, third student is brilliant in both the subjects. In all class, from all the students, third student is brilliant in both subjects. In both subjects, he get first rank. Now, see, 90 clear, 90 completed. Now check the line of 80 line, 84, so 86. Now 86 and 84, 86 is highest. So give second rank. So again, second rank also of same student. Now third rank. Now you can see here, first student getting fourth rank in statistics, but third rank in accountancy. Now 80 line complete. Now 7, check 7th line. No, nobody in 70s line. Now check 60. Yes sir, 60 line is there. 60, 68, 62. 3 values are given. Three values are given. Now from this 3, 68 is the highest marks. So first, second, third rank is already given. 68 is fourth rank. 62, fifth rank. 60, sixth rank. 60 line completed. Now sir, there are only 2 students. 51 marks and 55 marks. From this to highest is 55. So give 7th rank and 8th rank. Now here, rank is given to the students. So first of all, as per the method name, Spearman's rank correlation method. So first of all, give ranks to the students. So here we have given the ranks to the students on 2 subjects marks basis. In question we need n is already, number of students are there 8 and 8 is written. Now what about D? Sir, D means difference. Difference of what? Rank. Rank correlation means difference of rank is there. So find difference of rank. So here we are writing D. D means difference. Now difference of these two, Rx and Ry. Deduction of these two is called difference. Is called difference. So Rx minus Ry is equal to D. Now Rx is 4, 4 minus 3. Sir, if I find Ry minus Rx, then what should be the situation? Can we do? Yes, you can. You can find difference. You can find difference Rx minus Ry or Ry minus Rx. In any way you can find the difference. In any way. So Rx Ry, I am taking Rx minus Ry basis. So 4 minus 3. Answer is 1. 7 minus 8. Minus 1. 1 minus 1. 0. 8 minus 6. 2. 5 minus 4. 1. 3 minus 5. Minus 2. 2 minus 2. 0. 6 minus 7. Minus 1. And whenever you are making total of this sigma d, then sigma d always 0. If it is not 0, then your calculation is 100% wrong. So make total. 1 minus 1, sir, 0. 2 plus 1, 3. Minus 2, 1. Minus 1, 0. So answer become 0. Sir, even here what we need, sigma d square, means total of d square we need. Now d square, first of all find d square. Then after we are making total of it. So here our work is for finding d square. Sir, d is 1. 1 square, sir, 1. Minus 1 square, sir, that is also 1. 0 square 0, 2 square 4, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 0 square 0, minus 1 square 1. So now make total of d square. It is called sigma d square. Now total of this, 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus 4, 6. 7. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 plus 1, 12. So sigma d square is 12. And that is my answer of sigma d square, which we need here. Now whole calculation is completed. Whole calculation is completed. And in whole calculation, CF is not there. So CF is 0. When CF arises, when that is same marks or same values are given in particular subject or particular whatever given to you. Here marks is given. So if marks are same, then CF arises. Here in both account and statistics, there is no same marks. And that's why CF is 0. That's why I have told you it will be later we are discussing it. Now see, we have sigma d square, put it in the formula. So first, 1 minus 6 as it is. Sigma d square is 12. So write down 12. Plus CF. Sir, here CF is 0 because repetition of marks is not there. In particular subjects, no two students or two or more students getting same marks. That's why CF 0. Divide by n square minus 1. Sir, here n is number of students 8. So 8 square, n square means 8 square minus 1. Now understand please, 1 minus. Don't consider 1 first. First of all, solve this. Calculation. Calculate this. Solve this backward calculations. 1 minus is done at the last of the sum. At the end of the sum. First of all, we are calculating this bracket. 1 remains as it is. some students are making mistake. 1 minus 6 minus 5, then calculation starts. At that time, calculation becomes wrong. So first of all, solve these things. So 12 plus 0, so 12 is there. 12 into 6, 72. So write 72. 12 plus 0, 12. 12 into 6, 72. Sir, here what is the situation? First of all, solve the bracket. 8 square, 64. 64 minus 1. Sir, 63. 63 into 8. And whenever you are finding 63 into 8, answer is 504. So write down 504. Now 1 as it is. We are not touching 1 first. It is in the last. So 1 as it is. Divide these two values. If in calculator you are dividing 72 by 72 divide by 504, you will get the answer 0.1429. Your answer is 0.1429, division of these two, 0.1429. Now 1 minus 0.1429 is equal to 0.8571, and approximately we can say 0.86 is the answer of rank correlation sum. So in this way you have to solve the sum. Now after doing this sum, you can solve from your textbook minimum 10 sums, and that 10 sums is very easy to you, because in some sums directly ranks are given. So sum starts from here. You don't need to give any rank to as per subject or as per competition, whatever. Directly ranks are given. So start from here. Rx minus R by D, D square, then do the sum. And generally 3 marker question is starts from here only. Clear? So in this way we can solve sum by rank correlation method. And I am confident about it. All of you understood each and everything. Thank you very much. Next time we will do the sum in which CF is there. Today we are not doing that sum. Thank you very much.